Social prescriber is a very varied role. It's holistic, it's led completely by patients, so people are referred to us with very few conditions. We don't have criteria that says you've got to be this, that, or anything in particular. So people referred to us are in some sort of crisis or need a bit of help with something. Might be struggling to reach some life goals. They might be stuck in some poverty, struggling with money, housing problems. Could be, relationship problems. It could be mental health. Pretty much anything. And we sort of listen to a patient, find out what's happening in their lives, take a full picture, so we get away from that medical model of here's some tablets to make you feel better and those kind of things. We sort of look at what's happening for this person. A great thing about working in general practice is that multidisciplinary sort of approach, so we get to interact with the GPs, with the reception staff, with patients who aren't even our patients, just sort of in the corridors and reception room. We get to see a lot of people. It feels like a bit of a family, really. We sort of, even though we're PCN staff, we sort of go in and made to feel very welcome by all the different staff in surgeries. So I chose general practice because it is a very varied, it's sort of frontline work. So you're getting people at the sort of first stage of a problem. So this is sort of where people will first present with things that are going wrong or health problems. They're going to come to the GP. So that's where we sort of get that early intervention. And it feels like there's a big opportunity for change and sort of really hitting things early on. What I would say to someone who's interested in social prescribing as a career is go for it. It is an amazing job. It is really rewarding. It is interesting. It's creative. If you like helping people and you want to make a difference, go for it. So the one thing I'm passionate about in my role is that I get to help a lot of people. That is the main sort of passionate part of this role, is that I get to interact with, not just help a couple of people, but we get a big caseload of far-reaching sort of positive change for people, and really seeing people take on that change and sort of flourish and go from a state of crisis to a state of really getting things together. And that is an amazing thing to see. So I first heard about social prescribing when I worked in mental health services in a previous job through an OT department, and it sort of became more aware that the sort of work I was doing there was helping people in a more social setting. We would look at rehabilitation into community, so this seemed a very natural extension of that. Job advert came up, it was the right time. I was looking for that career jump and that change, and I went for it, and here I am now. Never looked back. So qualities to be a good social prescriber: you're going to be a caring person, you've got to be a patient person, definitely a good listener. So a lot of our role is listening to people and knowing how to listen well, not just going through the motions, but really taking that information in so that these things can be used further down the line to help people. You've really got to like to be busy. You've got to like a challenge. You've got to be good at handling your own caseloads and dealing with the stresses that come with that, and almost being your own boss, really. So the biggest misconception about social prescribing is that we're going to prescribe anything to you. That is the biggest misconception. I think people expect us to come in and say, right, you must do these actions. So advice I would give students studying for a social prescribing job role is get as much experience as you can with different jobs, different people. There's no real abject route into it. It's not like social work where you need to do a social work degree. It's more about character traits and qualities of your work ethic than it is about studious nature, and it is about how many degrees you've got and those sort of things. So yeah, just get some good experience is my advice.